What's up, Sophie?
Hey guys. Alright, hey guys, thanks for joining us for another episode of Ask DEHH. I'm your host, Sophie, and here we have Ken.
What's happening?
We got FIFO. What's up, Mike? And we have DZ.
4:30.
Okay.
Don't forget the 4:30, man.
Fifth flow.
Right,
Fifth flow.
Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump right on into the question. This question is from Beeb9840.
Beebs.
Awesome. Not Biebs, but you know, whatever. Okay.
Baby.
No.
Baby.
Did you see his disposition or deposition?
Yes.
That made me love Justin Bieber.
Cannot.
You know what? Yes or no? They're pretty fucking different. They ain't no film. They ain't no film.
That's a film?
That's a film?
Is that a film?
How the fuck is that a film?
Is that a film? Yeah,
I'm going to sleep. Fuck this bullshit.
That shit was hilarious.
Man,
I haven't seen
That shit
that.
was hilarious.
Bieber is my dog now, boy.
Cannot.
That was hilarious.
I've been jamming Baby ever since.
He's out of control.
Jamming baby ever since.
Bieber is out of control.
No, he really is.
Yeah,
No, he's
he's
not.
off the chain.
So the question is, does hip hop have too many features in this era? Does it make big collabs less special?
That's a good question.
I would say yes. There
Yes.
are too many features
Okay.
in hip hop. I think Master P started that shit too, because he used to put out albums and it would be everybody.
But it would be just his camp though.
Yeah, but people latched onto that. So
Would you blame Master P for that?
Nah.
Khaled? It seemed like
but Khaled came. But remember, I think Khaled came after P.
That's what I'm saying. Wasn't it more Khaled's fault for doing that? Because Khaled was the one that was getting people from different crews and throwing as many hot artists on one track at the same time.
But I think that's the difference though, because that's like crew cuts. So
That's what I'm saying though. Like you were saying, Master P just had like his own crew.
Yes.
So it didn't really. It seemed like it was expected. Didn't
Right.
it?
He was just trying to put his people on.
Yeah, but
So when you mean by features, like just people from camping featuring with somebody else completely
Just
different?
features in general.
Oh well.
I guess anyone.
For me, I don't think that there's too many features. I think like on mixtapes, because that's what primarily hip hop is now. It's more mixtapes than albums. So I think on mixtapes, I'm okay with that. More so on mixtapes. On albums, I would like less features. So on albums, where I say, are there too many features on albums? I think it depends on the artist. But overall, at least the artists that I particularly listen to, I'm fine with that.
you sometimes, because this feature game has entered hip hop, people look more for the features than the actual artist.
It depends on who it is, though.
So now all of a sudden, artists can't hold albums by themselves.
No, I don't think it's like that, though, man.
I think now, if you look at it, I think it is a bit of a problem, because when we look at albums that don't have features, we take notice of that.
Yeah.
Both artists are on the same level, like, you know.
It don't matter.
Nah, you don't think so?
Remember ASAP shit? ASAP was on the top of the world. And everybody was tripping about One Train
About
or Two
One
Train,
Train,
whatever the
yeah.
fuck it was called.
One train.
One Train.
Come on, with Big Crit.
Yeah, with Big Train, Yellow Wolf, and all them. Like,
Yeah, people was talking about that more than the album.
Exactly.
itself.
Get messed up
Yeah.
with a feature.
Yeah, you can. You can't get bodied on, you know.
it happens.
It happens all the time.
I feel so bad.
Yeah,
That's
but
why we review an album and we be like talking about, man, but so and so.
Like you said, like Jeezy.
Well, Jeezy
Like
body that whole
Rick-
album,
yeah.
period. But you kind of feel bad, like just going on about the feature. But there are too many features on albums, and it doesn't make them special. Back in the day, it was cool
It
when
was
you're like,
cool.
man, what?
Yeah.
What? Razzcast
I was
and
just about to
Casual
say
doing a
that.
track
I
together?
was about to
That's
say that.
crazy. But now when they do that, it's just like, oh, we expect. It's like we don't even get excited.
Yeah. It's like the excitement is gone. Because, yeah, I used to look at, like, I remember when I looked at Only Built for Cuban Links, I'm like, Nas? I'm like, because
Yeah,
that was at the
right.
time, Wu wasn't messing with nobody within
That's
their
true.
camp. So, like, when you saw Nas on a Wu album, you was like, holy shit, verbal intercourse. I'm going to this track first. Like, I need to hear this
Yeah.
or whatever. So, yeah, like, it was so, like Mike was saying, it was so much special back then. It's like, now it's like, all right, they doing a feature. Cool.
Yeah.
There's too many rappers. One, that's the first issue. There's too many motherfucking rappers, and two, rappers are just too fucking friendly with each other.
No, the
You
competition
know,
is.
I mean, even outside of the competition thing, it's just like whenever there's an album, I always expect, especially if it's a mainstream album, you expect a Drake feature or Kanye feature
Yeah.
or a somebody fucking feature that's gonna make your album seem more special. And it doesn't anymore. It's just like, oh, so and so's on that album. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when we were younger, it was like, oh shit, so and so's on that album.
Yeah.
This rapper's gotta be dope.
Because sometimes you'll be introduced to an artist because an artist you like fucking with that
Yeah.
person on that. You be like, oh, he is casual fucking with this guy. I need to go check his music out. I never heard him
Right.
before. I'm gonna check him out, or vice versa. There's people I know when Ready to Die came out, they was like, man, I don't know who this Method Man dude is, but man, I need to go check out his music just because he was featured on a mainstream artist like Biggie. So yeah, it was just the specialness of it was so dope. And then like the competition. I just feel like when MCs got on the mic against each other, it wasn't like no celebration. It's like, yo, you hear ill verse, that next MC gonna have an ill verse, and then he gonna come back with an ill verse, and it was like, damn,
Body
I missed
each
that.
other.
Yeah, like Big and Jay-Z, they were trying to body each other on Brooklyn's Finest.
So you
know
don't.
what
So
I'm
you
saying?
feel like people don't do that now? Is that what you're saying?
Nobody does.
They record their verse, they send it in, and that's it.
Yep, and that's
You're
it.
not in the studio together.
Nope.
Oh shit, you just
Yeah.
bodied that. Well, hold on, let me get back to my shit real quick.
That's why everybody was excited about Kendrick.
Yeah, that competition factor is definitely gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
When people get on a track together, like even two spitters that you just love, like remember when M and was on Kendrick shit, or Kendrick was on M's shit,
Yeah.
and at first you were just like, man, I cannot wait because you thought it was just gonna be a bar fest, and then it just plain wasn't at all a bar fest. Even though Kendrick did his thing, M did his thing, but it was like a collab track.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that shit wouldn't have been no collab track. That'd have been like, let's spit. That's like when you listen to the first Bad Meets Evil. You could tell that Royce and M were trying to one up each other the whole way through. You could tell like Royce would do something, then M was like, oh fuck that. You think you gonna outbar me? Nope. And then Royce would hear that shit and be like, oh I'm about to get you.
Like Scary Movie?
Yeah, scary or nothing to do, like all that shit you can just tell, but now like it's just not there.
But do you think that level of competition? 'Cause I agree with you. But do you think that it mainly manifests itself in crews now? Because when you said that, the first crew I thought about was Slaughterhouse. Like I feel like Slaughterhouse.
They still do that.
They still do that. You know,
on that type of move.
when they're in that type of mood.
Yeah.
But Clear Soul Forces, I feel like they do that. I feel like there's still entities in hip hop that do that, but I think it's more crews now. I don't think that it's the features that kind of do
Because
that.
that's friendly competition. Like we're boys. I'm gonna try to outshine you, but it's never any animosity. You're not gonna get mad at me for trying to
Right,
outshine you.
right.
But they won't do that with somebody else because then it
Outside the
creates
crew.
some kind of tension. You know what I mean? Like because then when the track comes out, I don't think people really make it that big of a deal if it's like, oh shit, Joel had the best verse out of this Slaughterhouse track, or Royce had the best freestyle out of this Slaughterhouse freestyle. But if Royce was on a track with, say, Redman, and Redman bodied him, people make it to be the biggest deal ever, and then that creates some kind of tension, or maybe create some kind of tension between those two rappers. You see what I'm saying? It's a little bit different of a mentality, so I agree with you 100%. Yeah, they'll keep it within crews because they're already friends, and there's not going to be any type of animosity there, but other people outside the crew,
I mean, look at how Big Sean took the whole Kendrick thing. He took it essentially laying down. He said, yeah, I didn't go rewrite my verse.
Are you trolling?
He said he didn't go rewrite his verse.
Did he have a choice?
But to your point, and saying
He just said that because he had no choice.
I get you, but the point is that you're saying that they're too friendly and there's the lack of competition. He didn't take it any kind of way. He didn't take it personal, like, oh, wait a minute.
But here's the thing too,
You're
though.
not gonna do me like that.
But here's the thing.
At least try.
No. But yeah, exactly. And
rewrite his verse.
sometimes you could maybe that was his best.
Look.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that nothing that Big Sean could have came up with would have touched that.
Exactly.
Regardless,
If
he could have rewrote that shit
I'm
5
not
times.
arguing that. I'm not trying to argue.
So Big Sean is a bad excuse. If me and you go to the gym, right, and you're pushing how much, 350, and I'm up there trying to push 2, no matter how many times I go to that bench, I'm not hitting 350.
But you're gonna try. Will you
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be like, I can't do that.
But
Big Sean would, I can't do that.
Alright.
Can't do that.
I do it.
But when you hit the weight room, you try to get when you work out hard to try to get
But it's gonna take him time. But it's gonna
That's
take
what I'm
him time.
saying. Big Sean is like, I'm gonna let this go because
He
I
has no
can't.
choice.
Because you
Exactly.
guys are saying he has no choice.
Right.
I'm saying that if he took it some kind of way, and if the competition was there, he would try to get in there and work on his
He
craft.
took it some kind of way, but he knew he couldn't win.
Yeah, he couldn't do
Exactly.
nothing.
And
Maybe not now, but maybe
Never.
No, he couldn't do
Never.
nothing. He couldn't do
It's
nothing.
gonna take no to get to that 350, man. You don't get to that
Yeah.
350 overnight. You still
Alright,
gotta
so-
write them bars
alright,
out.
so
And all I'm it's not even worth even trying to get to the 350. I'm gonna stay on my 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be happy with my
I'm
2.
gonna stay on my 125.
Because look, the chicks love me at my 2. I don't need the 350. That's what Big Sean is thinking. I need to maintain my 2.
Yeah.
I'm still
A good 2
sexy
is
at
better than a bad
250s.
3.
Exactly. But see, that's why you have
More
people like
competition.
Joel who was like, oh, fuck that. I'm putting a verse out. King Los, fuck that. Yeah, nah, boo. You're not gonna do me like this. I'm putting something out. But other rappers, they're just like, no, I just don't care. Drake,
they just happy to get that big name.
I don't know, man. I think for me, like I said, there's a lot of features on mixtapes. I'm fine with that. Albums, I would like less features. So would I say that there's too many features? Like I said, in the artists that I primarily listen to, I don't feel like I get that. So that's fine. I can't say overall in hip hop there probably are too many features. You know what I'm saying? And I agree with the point that Mike and B both made. So that's why I think sometimes collaborations do lose their luster because artists aren't always pushing each other. But in a crew, it seems like that happens more often. I'm in agreement. Like I think it should be more. I think like artists should be in competition with each other. But it is what it is, man. It's hip hop.
Ken, how you feel about it?
There are too many features. I think even
In
artists.
hip-hop in general?
Yeah, and I think artists are actually starting to recognize that themselves because now they're starting to not put features on their album and actually talk about it and promote it. Like, yeah, I just wanted to be it, do it myself, solo. And yeah, I think the thing is that they're underwhelming. There's no moments.
Yeah.
When you do get the feature, you're like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So you think part of the problem is like if you get an underwhelming verse, how do you come at the artist if they're not friends? You know what I'm saying? Like if it's just a collaboration, like I
Put
heard.
the track on the album. Unless it's a hot rapper, you have no choice.
Yeah. Just
You know what I
before
mean?
mixtape or something like that.
Or just put it out for like a promo track or
But
something.
they're also doing the opposite. If they hear something that's fire or hot, they won't put it on their track.
Yeah, because see, those are MCs that do that shit. Like real MCs. Like, you're not gonna body me on my own shit.
They'll leave the shit off.
Well, actually, that might be the opposite. Do you
Rick
think
Ross did that shit. He
That's
took-
why I
yeah.
took that shit back. Maybe those are like dudes who don't understand the sport of hip hop
Would
that
he
do
be
that.
shit?
Like
Yeah.
real MCs will probably just be like, "Oh, will you body me? Okay, I'm gonna go back and redo my
Rewrite
verse
my
then,
shit, yeah.
or add a verse after yours."
Right, yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're gonna have a feature, like build off each other. You know what I mean? Like make it better. Don't just be like.
Not all the time.
They're emailing the track.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so,
But still, like.
You feel like the magic is missing too in collaboration.
Yeah. Like I feel like it's just like, oh, this is just one straight song. Like I honestly don't even notice sometimes where I'm just like, oh, there's somebody else on here. Like I guess like whatever. Like that's just how lost it is to me. Like I don't even care anymore. But how do you feel about it?
Yes. I mean, I think it's missing. I think me personally, I always say when we review albums, when I see a lot of features on stuff, I be like, damn.
Maybe
Like
not.
I want to hear the artist. I want to know what the artist is about, especially if it's like your debut album or if you took your second two or three albums in. I want to know what this artist is about. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear you have a feature of different MC every single track. It's
Yeah.
like, golly. I mean, like I said, unless you within the crew or somebody,
yeah.
but if it's just you and you got all these outside MCs in there, it takes away from
Like
it.
you
what's
should
like
have like
max?
majority self if you're trying to promote yourself and not
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
unless it's like a team or like a crew. Like
Right.
you know what I mean?
So what's like the most features you'd be okay with? So like let's say you get a 13-track project, how many features is max for you?
Two features.
2. Do you agree?
But
with that?
his favorite group is like Roots. Every motherfucking album got like 35 features.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Roots always has
They're starting
features,
to put a lot
man.
of features on that.
Not-
Roots albums
Undone?
always have. Maybe Undone
Recently?
didn't have that many, but
How I Got Over had a lot. Okay,
Dude,
How I
yeah,
Got
it was like
Over had a
every
lot.
track had a feature.
How I Got Over
That's
had
still
a
like
lot.
one of the best Roots albums.
I would say
How I
like
Got
4.
Over had a lot.
Yeah, I would say 4 too.
4,
Yeah.
maybe 5.
And that's just a personal preference.
It depends on who you are, though. Like some people kind of need features.
Like do you guys really count when people only do hooks like a true feature?
No, because you can tell what that is.
Or like Unthinkable when Drake said that he was fake featured, but he was just in the back like, oh. or whatever. Like, if you listen to a song and you're like, oh my gosh, Drake's gonna be on here, and like you listen to the whole thing and you're like, but where was he?
But what did you do? Wait, what did you do again? You listened to the whole thing. Which before that you may not even bother with the track.
No, it was Alicia Keys. I was gonna listen to it regardless.
But some people might not, especially if you're just like a hip hop fan.
Yeah.
But it got you
Drake
excited.
fans will listen
It got
to
you
it.
excited because you
It-
saw
it-
that Drake
Go check
feature.
it out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, not you
It
particularly.
was actually the opposite for me. I listened to it because I knew it was an Alicia Keys song, and when I saw Drake featured, I was confused.
Well, see, you're different. You're not like a Drake fanatic. Like Drake fanatics will go listen to
Yeah.
Alicia Keys track even if they don't fuck with Alicia Keys,
Yeah,
just to see what Drake
I can
is
see
doing.
how that could be a thing. All right, well, thank you again, Beeb9840, for your
Biebs,
question.
quit hanging out with black people, Biebs.
And thanks for opening us into that lovely Justin Bieber segment. Remember to send all your questions to our Twitter and email, which is Ask DEHH on Twitter and ask@deadendhiphop.com. Until next time, I'll see you later, and maybe one of your questions will get chosen. So later, bye.